This video tutorial is for this cute little cup coaster. It features the Suzette stitch, which offers lovely texture, and also a surface slip stitch border to give it some nice added detail. It also goes along with the matching cup cozy right here, and if you'd like to make that as well, it's available as a video tutorial, which I'll link in the description box below. And I'll also have both of these patterns for free on my blog, and if you like the ad-free PDF version, feel free to check out my blog for the link to that too. What you'll need for this project is just some medium weight yarn. I'm using 100% acrylic yarn here, and you'll also need a pair of scissors and a 6mm crochet hook. To start the cup coaster, what you're going to do is chain 14. So here, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. After you chain 14, you're going to insert your hook into the second chain from your hook, and there you're going to insert a single crochet and a double crochet, both in that same chain, like so. Next, skip the following chain, and in the next chain, insert a single crochet and a double crochet. After you've done that, you're going to continue with the same pattern. So skip a chain, and in the next chain, single crochet and double crochet. Skip a chain, in the next chain, single crochet, double crochet. Continue with this until you reach the end, and in the very last stitch, you're actually going to insert a single crochet only. So in this very last stitch, the very last chain, insert only a single crochet, like so. Now you finish round 1 of your cup coaster. Next, you're going to start row 2, with a chain 1, then you turn your piece around, and in that very first single crochet where you made your chain 1, you're going to insert both a single crochet and a double crochet. Now that you've done that, skip a stitch, single crochet, and double crochet all in that next single crochet. Skip a stitch, and in the next one, insert a single crochet and a double crochet. And you're going to continue this pattern all the way across. So in this stitch, I'm inserting both a single crochet and a double crochet. Skip a stitch, insert a single crochet and a double crochet. Skip a stitch, insert a single crochet and a double crochet, and in the very last stitch, insert just a single crochet. And there you have it, that's row number 2. Now you're going to continue this pattern for row 3 and row 4 and so on until you have the perfect square. Now for me, that means I went up to row 7. But for you, if you have a different tension, you may or may not have the same number of rows. So go ahead and keep crocheting. I will do one more row to show you, and then we'll meet back when we've got that perfect square. So I did a chain 1 to start. I turned my piece, and in the first single crochet, I'm going to insert both a single crochet and a double crochet. Now skip a stitch. In the next one, single crochet and double crochet. Skip a stitch. In the next one, single crochet and double crochet. And you're going to continue on. Remember, in the very last stitch of the row, insert only one single crochet. As you go, you'll see that your piece will have this very lovely texture. And I'm using Lion Brand Heartland yarn, which is one of my favorite medium weight yarns to use because it has a beautiful sort of heathered look, and it really looks beautiful in a piece like this. So go ahead and, as I mentioned, keep repeating these instructions for the consequent rows. We'll meet back when we have the perfect square. So now at this point, what you can do is crochet the border around your coaster, and it's going to look like this. Start off with a chain 1 and go and turn your piece, and then insert a single crochet in each stitch across. And here I'm doing it across, this is actually the very top row that of my coaster that I just finished off with. So I'm going to single crochet across here. You're basically going to single crochet around your entire coaster, and for the corners, the only difference is you're going to do a single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. And I'll show you what that looks like when we get there. Okay, so first off, I just did a row of single crochets across my piece here, and I'm now at the corner of my square. I inserted a single crochet into the corner, and then I'm going to chain 1 and insert a single crochet into the exact same stitch. Then I'm going to move down across this unworked edge of my coaster. So now that I'm reaching the very corner of this row, of this edge, I'm going to insert that single crochet like I've done here, chain 1, and then single crochet into the same stitch. So as you can see, I have the border for 2 sides done. Now I'm going to continue along this edge, make the corner, continue around this edge, and then slip stitch to join. And in this corner, again, once more, I'm going to do a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then go along this last edge of the square. And at this last corner, I'm going to simply chain one and then slip stitch to that first single crochet that I made in this round. Once I do that, my coaster border is complete, and I can go ahead and finish by cutting that end off here. And I'm going to weave in the ends after. To add some extra detail to your coaster, what you can do is a surface slip stitch across the inside of the square here, and I'll show you how that's done. First, get a different colored yarn. I'm using a darker green yarn here, and you're going to insert your hook and basically work this surface slip stitch between the main body pattern of the coaster and that outer single crochet border of the coaster. So I will first find where that stitch is. This would be the stitch in between those two. So I'm going to the back part of it, attaching my yarn and pulling through for a slip stitch. And I'm going to get into the underside of the next stitch, like so. Pull through yarn for a slip stitch. Go underneath the next stitch, pull through for a slip stitch. Go underneath the next one, pull through for a slip stitch. And you're going to keep working this way around your entire piece to create a nice extra detail to your coaster. I'm going to pause for a moment here to show you what that looks like so far. As you can see, there's a lining right here of our surface slip stitches, and I'm just going to continue that all the way around the coaster. After you go all the way around your square, you can fasten off, and you're going to weave in your ends. So I'm going to pull through the ends to the back. And I'll go ahead and weave and tie these ends in the back together. And once you do that, as you can see, you'll have this nice little border of a contrasting color around your coaster. That's that for the cup coaster pattern. As a reminder, this pattern is free on my blog, and another free pattern that goes with it is this cup cozy, and they are both also available as PDF pattern downloads in my Ravelry or Etsy store. So if you'd like to support me, feel free to grab an ad-free PDF pattern and I hope you have a fun time crocheting. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.